Daycare in Idaho Falls is regulated at the city level. In most other cities, the state regulates daycare. Eyewitness News reporter Tadevik Aprikian joins us here in the studio. Tadevik, a meeting by I believe it was the Citizens Review Committee, prompted this story?
Yeah, it did, Todd. The group proposed the city to reevaluate regulating daycare at the city level. I spent today talking with daycares and the city to see if local regulation is best for children. Little Dino's Daycare is one of 77 daycares in Idaho Falls.
Yay, good job.
Owner Vicki Jenkins says she takes extra measures to make sure her kids are well cared for.
The facility's way clean. The ratio is awesome. I'm always overstaffed, but the kids get more one-on-one.
Her facility is licensed by the city. She has to have monthly fire drills, a specific ratio of adults to children, and meet building codes.
These hooks have to be so far apart so that nobody's coat is touching each other because of the head lice. This is a requirement.
A requirement part of the city ordinance drafted by former councilwoman Karen Cornwell.
I'm very happy with it.
But Cornwell says it was rough in the beginning.
Oh, it was just terrible for at one meeting. The whole place was filled up.
She says before the city took over regulation, inspectors would find alarming violations.
Sometimes they would go in and find feces.
The city ordinance made it clear those violations would be unacceptable. Enforcing the code fell into the planning and building department.
They go through the records of every child on site.
There are 2 inspectors to check the 77 daycares in Idaho Falls. The ordinance says each daycare needs to have 2 visits a year, one scheduled and one unscheduled.
That doesn't always happen. In fact, I'm not sure that they've done 2 inspections per business per year yet. They do get through the one.
Kramer says it's simply manpower keeping both inspections from happening. He also says what inspectors have found after the ordinance went into effect are minor violations that are quickly fixed. As for Little Dinos, Jenkins says if a daycare is putting children's safety first, there's no difference if the city or the state are the ones enforcing the code.
It really doesn't matter to me.
It is important to remember the Citizens Review Committee is an advisory group. They will present an official report to the City Council with their suggestions. It is then up to the Council to decide what they want to do with those recommendations. Live in the studio this evening, I'm Tadevik Aprikian.
Okay, Tadevik, thank you. The state also has regulations that daycares need to meet. The city can decide to be more restrictive than the state with its own ordinances, but it cannot be less restrictive. Michael